Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bordering Bedtime, your quiet corner in this noisy world. I'm so glad you're here. We're picking up tonight where we left off last time, reading from The Witch's Dream Book and Fortune Teller, a book you can find for free on projectgutenberg.com. This book was written by A. H. No and was first published in 1885. In our last episode, we only got through the introduction as well as the A section of the Dream Dictionary, which means tonight we're starting off with the letter B. Before we dive into tonight's reading, I just want to offer a gentle reminder. This book was written back in the 1800s, a time when life was a little more dramatic. After reading through the dream section myself, I couldn't help but feel as though the author may have been flipping a coin at his desk. Heads? Someone's dying or going bankrupt. Tails? Congratulations, you're getting married. So as you listen, keep in mind that the 19th century was a very different world. Yes, people still die, but not quite as often as this dream dictionary would have us believe. To be fair, it probably felt pretty accurate back then. This was, after all, the era when mental illness was mistaken for demonic possession. Folks powdered their faces with lead to look fashionable, and one poor man was shot simply for wearing all white because the townsfolk thought he was a ghost. So go ahead, get cozy, let your imagination wander, and join me on this delightfully eerie journey through the dreamscape of the 1800s. It's strange, it's spooky, and it's oddly fascinating. Bear. To dream a bear, thy step pursues, a cruel foe, some mischief brews. Beggars. To dream of beggars is rather unfavorable, especially to lovers and persons in business. To dream they beg alms of you, and that you refuse it, denotes misery, want, and a prison. If you are in love, some scandalous person will ruin you with your sweetheart. To dream that you give them alms indicates success in business, and that you will obtain, after much difficulty, the object of your affections. Your children will be sickly and narrowly escape many dangers. Bleeding. To dream you are bleeding denotes loss of goods and character, and that your sweetheart will not marry you. To dream you see another bleeding indicates that some person who pretends to be your friend is about to take some great advantage of you. To dream that you draw blood of another denotes that you will recover a lawsuit and be successful in love and business. To dream another draw blood of you, it is a certain prognostic that you will be unsuccessful in love and in business, and in everything you undertake. Blind. To dream of being blind is a sure sign that you repose your confidence in some person who is your bitter enemy. It denotes also that your sweetheart is unfaithful and prefers another. In business, it denotes that you will lose money, and that your servants lack fidelity. Boat. To dream that you are on the water in a boat, provided you are in company, denotes prosperity and success in your undertakings. If you dream you are in a boat alone, it is a bad omen. To dream the boat oversets is the most fatal of all omens. Bridge. To dream you are crossing over a bridge is a good omen. It denotes prosperity through life and success in love. To dream you are passing under a bridge indicates that you will never be perfectly at ease. If you meet with any obstruction on the bridge, it foretells a fit of sickness. Are you a lover? It denotes that your sweetheart will be afflicted with illness. To dream of a bridge breaks down with you denotes sudden death. Bread. To dream you see a great quantity of loaves of bread denotes success in life. To dream you are eating good bread denotes that you will be shortly married. To dream the bread is musty and bad denotes the loss of friends, and that some near relation will shortly die. Brother. To dream you see a brother denotes a speedy marriage in your family, and that the dreamer will not be long-lived. If you are in love, it is a favorable omen. Building. To dream of being amongst buildings denotes that you will change your present place of residence, and that you will make many new friends in life. If you are in love, it foretells your sweetheart is about to remove at a distance from you, and that you will be in danger of losing the affections of your lover by a new face. Bulls. To dream you are pursued by a bull denotes that many injurious reports will be spread on your character. If you dream the bull gores you or tosses you, then expect shortly to lose your liberty. It denotes that some person in power will do you injury. Burning. To dream of burning doth imply a sudden danger ripe and nigh. Of all escapes you then beware, for though fate threatens, it may spare. Butchers. To dream of seeing butchers is in general a very unlucky omen. It always foretells some injury to the dreamer. If you see them cutting up meat, some of your friends will be hanged, and you will experience much misery and poverty. Bed. To dream you go to the bedside of your lover foretells a speedy marriage. If you dream you go between the sheets, you will have a child within 12 months after marriage, who will become rich and afford you support in your old age. Banquets. To dream of banquets denotes poverty and want. Bat. To dream of bats is very inauspicious. Belly. To dream one's belly is bigger and fuller than ordinary shows his family and estate will increase. If one dreams his belly is grown lean and shrunk up, he will be joyfully delivered of some bad accident. If anyone dreams that his belly is swelled, and yet notwithstanding be empty, he will become poor, though he will be rich in esteem of many people in the world. If anyone dreams his belly aches, he will be afflicted in his family and have many cares upon him. Blowing the fire. To dream you are blowing the fire indicates to the lover that your sweetheart is very angry with you. Barn. To dream of a barn, and that you will see it well stored with corn, denotes much good. It foretells to a man that he will marry soon rich woman, to be a maid, that she will marry a man who will grow very rich by his industry, and be promoted in the state. If you dream you see an empty barn, the reverse will happen. Bathing. To dream of a bath is a very unpropitious omen. Expect after it to experience many mishaps and much sorrow. If you are in love, your sweetheart will experience many crosses and losses. But to dream you are bathing yourself in clear water denotes happiness, prosperity, and success in love. If the water is dirty, then it foretells shame and sorrow, and a disappointment in love. Beheading. To dream you see anyone beheaded is a good omen. If you are in love, you will marry the object of your affection. If you are in prison, you will speedily gain your liberty. Bells. To dream you hear the bells ringing denotes a speedy marriage, and that you will receive some very good news. Bees. To dream they sting you denotes loss of character, and if you are in love, of your sweetheart. To dream you see them at work is a very lucky dream. It forebodes great success by your own industry. To dream you see them making their honey under your own roof is the best omen in the world. For the rich to dream of bees is rather unlucky, but to the poor, they denote comfort, affluence, and success. Beard. For a man to dream he has a long beard denotes good fortune. If he is in trade, he will thrive. If he is in love, he will marry the present object of his affections, who will bring him some money. If he is a farmer, it denotes good crops, and an addition to his farm. If a married woman dreams of a beard, it is unlucky. It foretells the loss of her husband, and that she will fall into great distress. If a maid dreams of a beard, it denotes that she will be quickly married, and that the fruit of her womb is a boy. For a woman to dream that she has a beard is a very lucky omen, and denotes that she will speedily attain her most sanguine desires. Battle. To dream of a battle in the streets forewarns you against secret enemies who will endeavor to harm you. If you are in love, your sweetheart is false to you. Bacon. To dream of bacon denotes the death of some friend or relation, and that enemies will endeavor to do you mischief. In love, it denotes disappointment and discontent. Back. To dream you see your back betokens some uneasiness. For the back to be broken or hurt shows you will be scoffed at by your enemies. Yet to dream of the backbone signifies health and success in love, marriage, and business. Basin. To dream of a basin signifies a good maid, and to dream you eat or drink therein shows you have a love to the servant maid. For a man to see himself in a basin, as in a glass, denotes he shall have children by a servant maid. Beech and myrtle trees signifies wanton women, and are good for those who would undertake any such business. To others they are pain and labor. Beans. To dream you are eating beans always signifies trouble and dissension. Beets. To dream of eating beets signifies freedom from trouble and expectation on business, because they make the body soluble. Burial. To dream a burial passes by, news of the living doth imply. Briars and brambles. If you dream you are passing through places covered with these things, it portends troubles. If they prick you, secret enemies will do you an injury with your friends, and unfavorable tales will make your sweetheart shy of you. If they draw blood of you, expect heavy losses in trade. If you dream you pass through them without injury, then you will at last triumph over all your enemies and become happy. Bells. To dream one hears ringing of bells, if of a sanguine complexion, brings good news, but to others it shows alarms, murmurings, disturbances, and commotions. Birding. To dream you catch birds signifies profit and pleasure. Bird's nest. To dream you find one is a good sign. To dream you find one without eggs or birds shows you will meet with great disappointments. Birth. To dream of one's birth is good for him that is poor, But to him that is rich, this dream signifies that others shall rule over him against his will. Blind man's bluff. To dream that one plays blind man's bluff signifies prosperity, joy, and pleasure. Blossoming of trees. To dream you see all sorts of trees blossoming is a sign of joy, comfort, and recreation. Brewing and baking. To dream of brewing and baking is the sign of an ill housewife who lies dreaming in bed when she should be at work and doing her business. Breast. To dream that you have hairy breasts and that tap pup covered with hair denotes great gain and profit to men, but to a woman, loss of her husband. If a young married woman dreams that her breasts are full and spurting out of milk, it signifies that she is with child, and that it will be perfect health. If a virgin dreams thus, she is near her marriage. If a woman dreams she has sore breasts, she is threatened with death. Broth. To dream of eating broth is a good sign and signifies good profit and gain. Buried alive. For a man to dream he is buried alive signifies he shall have much wealth. Burned. For a man to dream he is burned signifies, according to the interpretations of Persians and Egyptians, that he shall be rich, honored, and respected. But if he imagines that he was burned by a fire that did not quite consume him, he will inevitably perish in the end. Basket. For a man to dream of baskets is evil. It denotes decay of business to a merchant, want of employment to a mechanic, and loss of place to a servant. But if a woman dreams she has received a number of baskets, it is a good omen, and especially so if well filled. To a maiden, it denotes that she will have many new lovers. To a wife, that she will have an increase in her family. And to the widow, that she will soon marry again. Bonnet. For a maiden to dream she gets a new bonnet, gives promise of a new lover. But Mother Shipton says that much depends on the color. If green, he will be deceitful. If blue, he will prove affectionate. If pink, his love will not be lasting. If yellow or white, he will quickly improve marriage. But if a female loses her bonnet, it behooves her to be guarded of her virtue, for she is in danger of being led astray. If it be blown off, she will have something she dearly prizes stolen from her. Buttons. To dream of bright buttons is seldom good. If rusty, it portends misfortune. If covered, sadness. If a man dreams he has lost all the buttons on his clothes, it is a sign he will not live long. Cards. To dream that you are playing cards is a sure prognostic that you will be in love and speedily married. If you hold a great many picture cards, your marriage will be the means of making you rich and happy. If your cards are mostly diamonds, the person you marry will be of sour and disagreeable temper. If they are mostly hearts, your marriage will cement love, and you will be very happy and have many children. If they are mostly clubs, you will get money by your marriage. If they are mostly spades, your marriage will turn out very unhappy, and your children will be unfaithful and subject to many hardships. If you are in an expectation of place, you will get it. And if you are in business, you will be successful. Cats. To dream of these domestic animals is indicative of much trouble and vexation. It denotes to the lover that your sweetheart is treacherous. If you keep servants, they are unfaithful and will rob you. To dream you kill a cat denotes that you discover a thief and prosecute him to conviction. Expect to also lose your own liberty, though, some pretend friend. Cattle. To dream you see cattle feeding denotes great prosperity and unexpected success. To a lover it foretells a happy marriage with many children, and to a man it shows that his wife will receive some unexpected legacy. To dream you are driving cattle denotes that you will become rich by industry. If you are in love, it shows that you have many rivals, but that you will distance them all. To dream you see a fat cattle also denotes a plentiful year. To dream you see lean and hungry cattle denotes scarcity and famine. Clock. To dream you hear the clock strike denote that you will speedily be married and that you will be moderately successful in life. To dream you are counting the hours, if in the forenoon, shows much happiness and that your sweetheart is true to you. But if in the afternoon, that misfortune and danger will attend you, and that your sweetheart is false and loves another. Coach. To dream you are riding in a coach is a very unlucky omen. It foretells poverty and disgrace. If you are in love, your sweetheart will be idle and bad-tempered. If you are in trade, you will become bankrupt. And if you are a farmer, your goods will be seized for rent. It also denotes that the dreamer will shortly be in prison. Coals. To dream of coals is a very unlucky omen. It denotes much affliction and trouble. To dream you see coals burning, if they are very clear and bright, is a good sign. To dream you see the coals extinguished and reduced to cinders denotes death, either to yourself or some near relation or friend. It also indicates great losses and forewarns you of beggary and prison. Comets. To dream you see one of these extraordinary ethereal substances is ominous of war, plague, famine, and death. To the lover, it forebodes an entire frustration of his hopes. To the farmer, failure of crops. And to the seaman, storms and shipwrecks. After such a dream, change, if possible, your pleasant place of residence. Cook. Dream you're busy with a cook, and for a wedding shortly look. Corn. To dream you see fields of corn, or that you are among unthrashed corn, is a very favorable omen. It denotes success in business. To the lover, it announces that you will marry, have many children, and become rich and happy. If you are a sailor, it denotes a lucrative voyage and fine weather, and that you will near marrying in the next port you touch at. If you dream you are gathering ripe corn, it is the most fortunate dream you can have. Crowns. To dream you see these emblems of royalty portends success and elevation to dignities, either in the church or state. For a maid to dream of a crown shows she will marry a very industrious man, or one who is rich. Crutches. To dream you are walking on crutches is a very unfavorable omen. To dream you see another walking on crutches denotes that these things will happen to a friend. If you are a married man, then that your wife is inconsistent. And if a married woman, than that your husband is ruining himself with some harlot. Currents. To dream of currents prefigures happiness in life, success in undertakings, consistency in your sweetheart, handsome children, to be married, riches to the farmer and tradesman. Church. To dream of church is portentous of evil. If sweetheart is unfaithful and prefers another, if you expect a place, it forebodes disappointment. If you are in trade, you will never thrive in your present situation. Cage. To dream of letting birds out of a cage denotes a speedy marriage. To a person in business, it denotes success. And to a farmer, it denotes good crops. Cain. To dream of the firstborn son of man, who is Adam's eldest son, is a very unfavorable omen. After such a dream, let the dreamer travel into another part of the country and form new connections. Cakes. To dream you are eating cakes denotes happiness and prosperity. Dream that cakes you knead and make, you thrive and many profits take. Candles. To dream you see candles burning, if they burn clear and bright, that you will be speedily married. To dream that new candles are brought in denotes that by the interference of friends, all your disputes will be amicably adjusted, and that your sweetheart will recover from a fit of sickness. A light that burns both bright and clear denotes some pleasant letter near, but if dull the candle grows, its certain disappointment shows. Cheese. To dream of cheese is not vain. In trade you will profit gain. Chickens. To dream of a hen and chickens is the forerunner of ill luck. Your sweetheart will betray you and marry another. If you are a farmer, you will have a bad crop and lose many of your poultry. If you are in trade, some sharper will defraud you. If you go to sea, you will lose your goods and narrowly escape shipwreck. Chess. If anyone dreams that he plays at chess with an acquaintance, it is a sign that he will fall out with somebody he knows. And if he imagines in his dream he wins, he shall overcome his enemies. And on the contrary, if in the dream he loses, he will be overcome and worsted in the combat. Clouds. To dream of white clouds signifies prosperity. Clouds mounting high from the earth denotes voyages, the return of the absent and revealing of secrets. Clouds red and inflamed show an ill issue of affairs. To dream of dark and obscure clouds shows an ill time of anger. Caterpillars. To dream you see caterpillars signifies ill luck and misfortune by secret enemies. Chains. Pearls, precious stones, earrings, etc., and all adornings of the hands and necks of women are good dreams to the fair sex. To widows and maids they signify marriage, and to those who have husbands and children, purchases and riches, for as women provided with these deckings, so shall they be stored with husbands, children's, and goods. Chariot. To dream of driving a chariot drawn by wolves, leopards, dogs, tigers, or such like beasts is only good to such as have great enemies. To dream of being drawn in a chair by a man is good. Cheeks. To dream one hath cheeks plump, fat, and vermilion tincture is good to all, especially women. But to dream that you are lean, pale, and full of wrinkles signifies grief and heaviness. Capon. To dream that a capon crows signifies sadness and trouble. Carrion. To dream of carrion signifies sadness. Carrots. To dream of carrots signifies profit and strength to them which are at law for inheritance, for we pluck them out of the ground with our hands, branches, strings, and veins. Cart. To dream of being tied to a cart, to draw like a horse or an ox, denotes servitude and pain to everybody. But to dream that you are carried in a cart or coach, the contrary. Coal pit. To dream of being in the bottom of a coal pit signifies marrying with a widow, for he that marries her shall never sound the depth of her policies. Combing. For any person to dream of combing him or herself is good, both for man or woman, for it signifies to get out of evil times or affairs. Comfort. To dream you have comforts of any one betokens to the rich and happy injury and mishap, but to the poor and afflicted aid and comfort. Command. To dream you command anyone signifies trouble. To dream you see one command signifies anger and authority. Complexion. To dream you see an unknown person of brown complexion is a sign of glory, honor, success, and dispatch of business. If one dreams he sees a woman of a very brown complexion, it signifies a very dangerous disease. If you see a woman, unknown in your dreams, with long and comely hair and clear complexion, it is a very good sign. Corns. For a man to dream his flesh is full of corns shows he will grow rich proportionally to his corns. Crocodile. To dream of a crocodile signifies pirates or robbers at sea, or wicked periods in any sort like the crocodile. Cross. To dream you see a cross carried along signifies sadness. Cross purposes. To dream one plays at cross purposes signifies prosperity, joy, pleasure, health, and concord among friends and relations. Crow. To dream you see a crow signifies expedition of business. To dream you see a crow flying is ill luck, and if you hear them croaking unpleasantly, the dream is so much worse. If you dream the crow flies on the head of a child, it will be in great danger of some misfortune. Cypress trees. To dream you see a cypress tree denotes affliction in business. Crowing. To dream you are crowing, or that you hear others crowing, denotes ill luck, especially to lovers, but to dream that you hear pigeons crowing is good, especially to the newly married, as it denotes happiness. Crawl. To dream that you are crawling on the floor is bad, but to dream that you are crawling on the roof of a house is good, particularly to the lovers, as it is a sure sign they will be married. Children. To dream you see children denotes success in your undertakings. To dream you see a child born denotes a speedy marriage and that you'll be very happy with your family. To dream you see a child die imports that you will express some very heavy misfortune and that your sweetheart will marry another. To dream you see children dirty and ragged denotes that some friend will endeavor to prevail upon you to commit an act by which your reputation will be endangered. It also denotes that you will be in prison and experience poverty. For a maiden to dream she is with child denotes that some man will attempt to rob her of her chastity, and that if she resists, she will marry and be very happy. Climbing. To dream that you are climbing up a tree denotes that you will be successful in life. To dream you are climbing up a very steep hill or place foretells many difficulties in life and much sickness. If you reach the top, you will get over all your difficulties and recover from your illness. But if you are awake before you have attained the top, You will be disappointed in love and all other projects and die in your next illness. Cherries. To dream of cherries is a disappointment in life, vexation in the married state, and slight in love. Cucumbers. To dream of cucumbers denotes recovery to the sick, and that you will speedily fall in love, or that, if you are in love, you will marry in the object of your affection. It also denotes moderate success in trade. To the sailor, it foretells a pleasant voyage and a sweetheart in distant climate. Coffin. To dream of one denotes the death of a friend or some near relation. Disease. To dream you have a disease promises prompt and speedy employment. Dragon. To dream you see a dragon signifies riches and gain of great treasure. Dancing. To dream that you are dancing at a ball, wake, or entertainment foretells that you will shortly receive some joyful news from a long-absent friend, and that you are about to inherit some unexpected legacy, for it foretells success and happiness in love, and that your sweetheart is kind. Deer. To dream you see a deer in a park denotes war and famine. To the lover, it foretells some unpleasant dispute with a sweetheart. Dice. To dream you are playing at dice or backgammon denotes much good to the dreamer in either love, marriage, or trade. Dirt. To dream of dirt signifies sickness and dishonor. To dream you fall in the dirt signifies that you shall be treacherously dealt with. Ditches. To dream of deep ditches, steep mountains, rocks, and other eminences surely foretells danger and misfortune. Expect thieves to rob your dwelling, and that your children will be undutiful and bring you into trouble. If you are in love, it foretells unhappiness. If you marry your present sweetheart. If you are in trade, it denotes loss of goods, if not of liberty. Dogs. To dream of those faithful and domestic animals has very different significations, according to the manner in which you see them. If they fawn and fondle upon you, then it is a very lucky omen. If you are in love, your sweetheart will marry you and be very happy. If they are barking and snarling at you, then depend that enemies are secretly endeavoring to destroy your reputation and happiness. If you are in love, be careful of your sweetheart. Drowning. To dream you are drowning, or that you see another drowned or drowning, portends good to the dreamer. To the lover, it denotes that your sweetheart is good-tempered and inclined to marry you. Dead. To dream of talking with dead folks is a good, auspicious dream, and it signifies a boldness of courage and a very clear conscience. To dream a man is dead that is alive and in health signifies great trouble and being overthrown at law. Darkness. To dream you are in a very dark place, or that you are in the dark, is very unfavorable omen. To dream you get out of darkness into light denotes good to the dreamer. Expect also to hear some glad tidings from a far and distant country. Death. To dream of death denotes that you will either be speedily married yourself, or else assist at a wedding. To dream that you are dead also denotes a speedy marriage, and that you will be successful in your undertakings. To dream you see another person dead denotes unkind usage from your friends. Drunkenness. To dream you are drunk is one of those dreams by which the dreamer is forewarned of that which at present he knows nothing. It denotes that some person, whom yet you do not know, will become a very good friend and promote your welfare. To a woman, it denotes that she will be beloved by an excellent man, whom yet she has not yet seen. And to a man, it denotes that he is tenderly beloved by a woman who does not at present think of, who will make him extremely happy and bring him money. Dairy. To dream you are in a dairy busy at work is a very favorable omen. To the maid, it indicates that her lover will be an industrious turn, and that if she marries, she will have children, and her husband will become rich and rise to honor. To the farmer, it denotes that his crops will be abundant, but that he will lose some of his livestock to thieves. Devil. To dream of this enemy to the human race denotes that many dangers will threaten you, all of which you will overcome. If you are in love, it forebodes that someone is endeavoring to alienate the affection of your sweetheart, but will be unsuccessful. Dolphin. To dream of a dolphin shows to seafaring men a wind from a place whence the dream he cometh. But to dream you see the dolphin out of water signifies the death of friends. Drink. To dream you drink cold water is good, but hot signifies sickness and hindrance of affairs. To dream you drink wine with moderation is good. To drink oil signifies poison. To dream you are drinking when you are dry from a stream or fountain is a sign of sickness. If a man dreams he is drunk with sack or some sweet, pleasant drink, it is a sign that he will be beloved by some lady and grow rich thereby. Dunghill. To dream you stand on a dunghill is a favorable omen. It is a sure forerunner of success in everything undertaken at this time. For a maiden to dream she is on a dunghill is a sign that she will marry the choice of her affections, who will be the man of some importance. Daisy. It is good to dream of daisies in the spring or summer, but bad in the fall or winter. Dandelions. To dream of gathering dandelions is ominous to one. To dream you see a large bed of them denotes that you will have many new enemies forming, who will do you much injury in secret. If one in love dreams of dandelions, be sure their sweetheart is playing them false. Eagles. To dream you see an eagle soaring very high in the air denotes prosperity, riches, and honor. To the lover it foretells success in love and a happy marriage. To dream you see an eagle perched on the steeple of a church or on any high eminence is a very good omen. It denotes that in some arduous undertaking you will be successful and thereby arrive at riches and honor. It also denotes that the dreamer will make his fortune beyond the sea. If a woman with child dreams of an eagle, then it denotes that her offspring will marry well and be very happy. Eggs. To dream you are buying or selling eggs is a very favorable omen. Whatever you are, then are about will succeed, whether it be love, trade, or getting a place. To dream that you are eating eggs denotes that you will shortly have a child and that your affairs will go well. To dream your eggs are broken denotes loss of goods, quarrels, and poverty. If you are in love, it forebodes a separation between you and your sweetheart. Elderberries. To dream of elderberries augurs content and riches. To a maiden they bespeak a speedy marriage. To a married woman, they will shortly be with child. To the tradesman, success in business, and to the farmer, good crops. Elephants. To dream of an elephant is a very fortunate dream. It denotes acquirement of riches. If you are in love, It denotes a speedy marriage with your sweetheart and many children, chiefly boys, who will distinguish themselves by their learning. Eclipse. To dream you see an eclipse of the moon denotes that you will lose some female friend, your mother, if she be living. You will experience a great uneasiness of account of a woman. Your sweetheart will prove unfaithful. Poverty will overtake you, and misery end your days. To dream you see an eclipse of the sun denotes that you will lose some male friend, your father, if he be alive, and that you will experience some uneasiness by the means of some troublesome friends. To a woman with child it foretells a son who will be a great man. Earthquake. To dream of an earthquake warns you that your affairs are about to take a great change. If you see many houses tumble into ruins, then it will be much for the better. Eyes. To dream you lose your eyes is a very unfortunate omen. It denotes decay of circumstances, loss of friends, death of relations, and miscarriage in love. If a woman with child dreams of it, it denotes that the child will be very unhappy and lose its liberty. Execution. To dream of the execution of offenders shows that you will be suddenly sought after for relief by some that are in great want and extremity. Earthworms. To dream of earthworms signifies secret enemies that endeavor to ruin and destroy us. Ear. If a man dreams his ears be fair and well shaped, it shows he shall come to great renown. But if he dreams his ears are ill-favored and deformed, it shows the contrary. This dream is ill to a servant and those who have a lawsuit, if he be a plaintiff or defendant, but it is good to an artificer or one that worketh with his hands, for he shall have many that will employ him. To dream that one picks or cleans his ears betokens that good news shall come forth, one side or the other. But to dream that the ears have been beaten or chafed signifies we shall hear ill news. If anyone dreams that his ear is hurt or split, he will be offended by someone that belongs to him, or by some friend if he dream that his ear is quite off. He shall be utterly deprived of their friendship. Eve. To dream you see the mother of all men is a favorable omen. It denotes a great happiness to the lover. Eyebrows. To dream the eyebrows are hairy and of good grace is good, especially to a woman. But if either man or woman dreams their eyebrows are more large or comely than they used to be, it is a sign they will succeed in a matrimonial way. Evil spirits. To dream evil spirits obstruct your doing are good under a show of devotion, denotes obstruction in your affairs by a hypocrite. And if you dream that you see a hideous physiognomies, something vulgar will be revealed to you. Eating. To dream that you are eating is a very unfavorable omen. It portends disunion in your family, losses in trade, and disappointment in love, storms and shipwrecks by sea. Enemy. To dream you talk to an enemy is a caution of beware to him. To dream you fight with and are worsted by him denotes that you will meet with some misfortune which has threatened you for some time. Eels. To dream of eels signifies to beware of the slippery pursuits and uncertain speculations. If the eels escape you, you will be jilted in love. If you hold them, honor and happiness will be in store for you. Elf. To dream of an elf signifies a happy return of one long absent. Presents of value will be expected after this dream. which also signifies marriage, with wealth, position, and happiness. Elopement. To dream of a friend's elopement signifies marriage against the wishes of your friends and unhappiness. To dream of your own elopement betokens entering into ruinous speculations in love or business. Epitaph. To read or write an epitaph in your dream signifies much good to come from a secret friend. To read your own epitaph signifies marriage with one now entire stranger of great wealth and position. Equipage. To dream of possessing one signifies complete happiness, and with the gratification of every wish, however extravagant. Face. To dream your face is swelled shows that you will accumulate wealth. If you are in love, it denotes that your sweetheart will receive an unexpected legacy and marry you. Fall. To dream you fall from any high place or from a tree denotes loss of place and goods. If you are in love, it surely indicates that you will never marry the present object of your affections. Feet. To dream you are near a river or fountain and that you wash your feet signifies molestation and trouble. To dream of one scratching the soles of your feet signifies loss by flattery. Fan. If a maiden dreams she has been fanned by a man, she will soon make a new conquest or marry the present object of her affections. For a man to dream he is fanning a person signifies that he will soon meet with many changes in his affairs. Furniture. To dream of getting new furniture that pleases you is good. If it seems not to please, the dream is a bad one. To be pleased with furniture denotes health, happiness, and prosperity. To display furniture denotes trouble, perhaps a death or a funeral. Faction. To dream of being engaged in faction or sedition denotes wealth by indirect ways. Father-in-law. To dream one sees his father-in-law, either dead or alive, is ill, especially if he dreams that he uses violence or threatening. Fish ponds. To dream of fish ponds denotes thriving. Flageolet. To dream that you play or hear playing on a flageolet denotes trouble and contention, and being overthrown at law. Flesh. If anyone dreams he is increased in flesh, he will gain wealth. On the contrary, if he dreams he is grown lean and thin, if he be rich he will grow poor, or at least conceal his wealth, and he will be in a mean condition. To dream of eating all sorts of meat, whether flesh or fish, signifies either neglect of business or anger and sickness. Flies. To dream of a swarm of flies denotes that you have many enemies. It also denotes that your sweetheart is not sincere and cares but little about you. To dream you kill them is a very good omen. Flute. To dream you play or hear playing on a flute signifies trouble and contention. Fool. For a man to dream he is a fool is good for those who will govern and teach children. Folly. For a woman to dream she is becoming foolish and is publicly guilty of folly is a sign that she will have a boy who in time will grow great. If a maid, she will be speedily married, and that to an honest man. Forest. To dream that you are walking in a forest signifies trouble. Fields. To dream you are in green fields is a very favorable omen. To dream you are in plowed fields forebodes some severe disputes that will be brought upon you by some person who has no children. To the lover, it denotes disappointment. To the married, unhappiness and undutiful children. To the tradesman, loss of business and a prison. To dream you are in a meadow covered with flowers is a very favorable omen. If you are soliciting a place of favor, it portends that you will surely obtain it. Figs. To dream of figs is a forerunner of prosperity and happiness. To the lover, they denote the accomplishment of your wishes. To the tradesman, increase of trade. They are also indicative of legacy. Fighting. To dream you are fighting denotes to the lover that you will lose the object of your affections through a foolish quarrel. It also forebodes much opposition to your wishes. With loss of character and prosperity, after such a dream, you are urgently recommended to quit your present situation, because such a dream indicates that you will not prosper in it. To the sailor, it denotes storm and shipwreck with disappointment in love. Fire. To dream of this subtle element denotes health and happiness to the lover, marriage to the object of his affections, and many children. It also denotes that you will be very angry with someone on a trifling occasion. To dream you see burning lights descending as if it were from heaven is a very bad sign indeed. It portends some dreadful accident to the dreamer, such as being hanged, losing your head, having your brains dashed out, breaking your legs, getting into prison, or other strange accidents. To the lover, it also denotes the loss of affections of your sweetheart. To the tradesman, bad success in business. To dream that you are burnt by fire denotes great danger, and that enemies will injure you. To the sailor, storms and shipwreck. Fishing. To dream you are fishing is a sure sign of sorrow and trouble. If you catch any fish, you will be successful in love and business. If you catch none, you will never marry in your present sweetheart, nor succeed in your present undertakings. If they slip out of your hands after you've caught them, the person you marry will be of roving disposition, and some pretended friend will deceive you. Filberts. To dream of filberts forebodes much trouble and anger from friends. To the tradesman, they denote a prison and decay of trade. To the lover, a complete disappointment. To the married, care and undutiful children. Fingers. To dream you cut your fingers if they bleed is a very good omen. You will be successful in love, and your sweetheart will prove kind and true. You will get money from a quarter that you least expect, and will be successful in your enterprises. If you dream they do not bleed, then it denotes damage by a variety of accidents, that lawsuits will attend you, and that you will be unsuccessful in most of your pursuits. In love, you will not succeed with your present sweetheart, who prefers another. To dream you lose your fingers denotes the loss of friends, servants, goods, trade, and sweethearts. Feasting. To dream that you are at a feast denotes that you will meet with many disappointments, particularly in the thing which you are most anxious about. In love, it forebodes much uneasiness between sweethearts, and to them which are married, it foretells undutiful children, with many heavy losses. Fleas. To dream you are tormented with these little insects is unfavorable. Floods. To dream of a flood shows that you will meet with great opposition from rich neighbors, and that a rich rival will attempt to alienate the affections of your mistress. To the tradesman, it denotes lawsuits, loss of business, and a prison. To the sailor, it denotes much success by sea, but danger on shore. To the farmer, it indicates loss of cattle and a dispute with the landlord. To dream you are drowned in a flood denotes that you will quit your native land and after many hardships and peril, return to it rich and happy, that you will marry a pretty woman and have fine children. Flowers. To dream you are gathering flowers is a very favorable omen. Expect to thrive in everything you undertake, and that you will be successful in love, marry happily, and have beautiful children. Should they wilt in your hands, then expect heavy losses in trade, that your sweetheart will die, or that if you are married, you will lose your husband or wife, and also your favorite child. Flying. To dream you are flying is a very excellent omen. It foretells elevation of fortune, that you will arrive at dignity in the state and be happy. If you are in love, your sweetheart will be true to you, and if you marry, you will have many children, who will all do very well and be very happy. It indicates that you will take a long journey, which will turn out advantageous to you. Forge. To dream of working a smith's forge denotes a brain full of projects. The blowing of the bellows signifies getting a wife, and the hammering on the anvil her scolding tongue. Fortune. If any man becomes poor after he hath been rich, dreams he has the same land and possessions he had before, it signifies that his good fortune will return. Fountain. To dream that you are at a fountain is a very favorable omen. If the waters are clear, it denotes riches and honor and in love. It foretells great happiness in the marriage state, and that your sweetheart is of amicable disposition and true to you. But if the waters appear muddy, then it denotes vexation and trouble, disappointment in business, inconsistency in your sweetheart, in misery in the marriage state. Fox. To dream of this crafty animal is the forerunner of much difficulty. If you are in love, your sweetheart will turn out of sour, disagreeable, ill-natured disposition. If you are in trade, sharpers will endeavor to defraud you and overreach you in bargains. Friend. To dream you see a friend dead betokens hasty news and a joyful nature. If you are in love, it foretells a speedy marriage with the object of your affections. Frogs. To dream of frogs is a very favorable omen. To the farmer, it foretells good crops and an increase in his livestock. To the tradesman, it denotes success in business. To the lover, a faithful sweetheart. To the married, an increase of children, who will be very happy. To the sailor, pleasant and prosperous voyages, with a wife in a distant country. Fruits. If you dream of fruits when out of season, or that you are gathering them when green, denotes sickness. If you dream they are rotten, it foretells poverty. To dream of gathering ripe fruit when there is plenty betokens happiness and riches, and the speedy receipt of money. If you gather fruit from an old withered tree, it is a sign that you will unexpectedly inherit the effects of some aged person. To dream that you have made yourself sick by eating fruit is a sorrowful omen. Funeral. To dream of a burial denotes a speedy marriage, and that you will hear of the death, imprisonment of some near relation or esteemed friend. It also foretells the acquisition of wealth, and that an estate will fall to you from a distant relationship by your mother's side. If you see any particular person attending a funeral, either that person or some friend of his will die and leave you something. If there is a hearse with feathers on it, you will marry some rich person yourself, or assist at some relation's wedding, who will marry well and be a good friend to you. Fairy. For a maiden to dream she sees a fairy shows she will soon change her present state by becoming the wife of a good husband. It is good for women under this circumstance to dream of fairies, but it denotes evil to men, and no man should undertake any important matter for several days after, or it will surely end in disappointment. Files. To dream of dealing in files prognosticates activity. To purchase files shows you will have many applications to attend to business. To sell files shows that you will have others to work for you, yielding profitably. Flambeau. To dream of flambeau is a sign of trouble, excitement, and distress. To the merchant, losses at sea. To the mechanic, want of employment. To lovers, deceit and treachery. Flag. To dream of raising a flag signifies that your name will be wildly known. To dream of seeing the flag floating signifies good news. Furnace. To dream of seeing a furnace indicates a quarrel at which cost you, dear friends. If you heat the furnace, you will be the only sufferer. Ferry. To dream of crossing a ferry signifies that indecision in an important matter will make you the laughingstock of your friends. Fortress. If you are confined in a fortress in your dream, your plans in life will suffer from undue influence of others. If you dream of placing others in confinement, look for valuable goods which will enrich you. Fairs. To dream of going to fairs threatens the person so dreaming with having his pockets picked or robbed in some other way.